So I was just going to tell y'all what I know about Thomas Matthew Crooks, the one who tried to assassinate and failed the former president, Donald Trump. Looks like he was born September 20th, 2003, and his failed attempt got him unalived on July 13th, 2024. Again, he attempted to assassinate Donald Trump, the former president of the United States, and it looks like he was presumed to be registered as a Republican Party for the 2024 presidential election. However, we know that there's a video floating out there that says, by him with his own words, he hates all Republicans, especially Donald Trump. Something to that effect, which is really weird. He went to a community college, and his motive, they do not know. It's still under investigation. He left no manifesto or anything. He killed one person and he injured 3, and that includes Donald Trump, with an AR-15 style rifle. And that was at a Trump rally near Butler, Pennsylvania. He shot at Trump with an AR-15 style rifle from a nearby rooftop while Trump was giving a speech, injuring Trump and 2 attendees and killing another, which was a retired firefighter who is a hero protecting his family. The Secret Service, who was with the assault team, immediately killed him, and there is an investigation by the FBI, and it's still underway. Thomas Matthew Crooks was born September 20th, 2003, and was raised in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. That was the neighborhood he lived in and was described by neighbors as somebody that would walk by, smile, wave, say hello. He was pretty much a loner, they said. And the neighborhood that he lived in was described by the police and local politicians as maybe a middle or upper middle class neighborhood. And they say both of his parents worked as a licensed professional counselor. I have a copy of that in my membership page, I believe, but I believe that is public record. So I don't understand why his dad gave him a gun if they're saying he has mental problems. That's just me. No, you cannot be held accountable for what your children do, or anybody else does for that matter. That I will agree upon. However, with the professional experience that they both have, I don't understand why his dad would give him a gun. I do think there's a little bit of trying to hide the truth to the law enforcement now by his dad. We saw where they come to the door to speak with him today, and probably prior to that. But while I now, he can't save his son now, unfortunately, that's a very sad situation, and I wouldn't even wish that on his son or anybody else. But there's no sense in lying. The truth has to come out. It needs to come out. It must come out. But anyhow, both of his parents worked as a licensed professional counselor. There's recollections about the Crooks, including information about his life and personality, and they all vary differently. He attended Bethel Park High School, where he was known as an above average student. In 2022, he graduated with high honors. He won a $500 Star Award from National Math and Science, and his classmates and school officials characterized him as quiet, with classmates saying he was often bullied, though, for reasons including his quiet demeanor and for wearing a lot of camouflage hunting outfits and masks to school. Now, I can kind of see maybe if he wore masks to school, but why did the school allow that? You're not supposed to wear anything over your face unless it was through the, a couple years back where everybody had to wear a mask. Or, maybe they didn't have to wear them anymore when the virus was going around and he chose to. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Again, bullying should never be an answer to anything or anyone. Again, these are things that it can lead to. I'm just saying. I definitely am not taking up for him by any means. I don't even know that that was the case. Right now, that's just hearsay. I'm not saying it was, and I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just thinking as I go along. But they say he enjoyed playing chess and video games, and he was learning how to program computers. In fact, I had read somewhere earlier that he was a genius at computers, and he could tear them apart all to pieces and put them back together. He was so good. Some current and former students at Bethel Park High said Crooks tried out for a school rifle team, but he failed the tryout because of a poor aim. Well, I thought that's what you went to class for. They could teach you, but I'm just saying, I don't know. That's just weird to me. The Bethel Park School District, though, tells a whole different story. I guess that's why it's weird to me. The school district at Bethel Park said there was never no record of Crooks ever trying out for the team. So what's the truth here? What is the truth? Did he try out or not? Bunch of stories going on here. In my opinion, who is telling the truth? Why make up lies? This situation's already bad enough. This is what I say. There's no need for the lies. Just tell the truth. Crooks earned an associate degree in engineering and science from the community college 2 months before the shooting. He also was employed as a dietary aide in a local nursing home at the time of the shooting. According to the nursing home, he had passed a background check and performed his job without any concern. In other words, he was a great employee. He didn't give anybody any trouble. He went to work. He did everything he was supposed to do. He don't seem like he had any life problems to me. Any struggles. He had a job. He won awards at school. I seen a video earlier I played on my live where he was playing around at school on his videos with his friends around. He had no known criminal records, and the FBI said there's no indication at all that he had any mental health problems. Oh, so by the way, next time y'all want to jump on Smiley for saying something to his mom after giving my condolences to her, but pointing out that mental health is no excuse, just never mind, there's no point. Anyway, the FBI said, it's here in black and white, there is no indication that he had mental health problems. The U.S. Department of Defense found, though, that he had no history of military service. However, a former classmate said that Crooks was previously interested in military service. He wanted to join the military service to finance his college education. He had a membership at the local shooting club for at least a year. He briefly appeared in a 2022 advertisement for the investment firm BlackRock, and that was filmed at his high school. BlackRock pulled the ad, though. They pulled the circulation after the attempted assassination on Donald Trump. On July 12th, 2024, Crooks went to the shooting range where he was a member for practice, where he went and fired his gun. He purchased over 50 rounds of ammunition and a ladder, a ladder that you climb, before going to the rally on July 13th. Now, on July 14th, the FBI identified Crooks as the shooter behind the attempted assassination on Donald Trump the previous day. He had climbed atop the building and was being used by police as a staging area. Crooks shot Trump and injured his upper right ear, and also injured 3 adult male audience members, killing a 50-year-old man and critically injuring 2 others. He used an AR-15 style rifle that his father had bought legally. Crooks was killed by a member of the Secret Service counter-assault team after he began firing. Bomb-making materials were found inside the vehicle of his and at his home. An investigation by the FBI is still underway, and his motivation remains unknown. Misinformation and conspiracy theories about Crooks have proliferated. Now, authorities have stated that his political views are unknown, and they do not know whether his assassination attempt was politically motivated. But they say Crook's political views are inconsistent and contradict one another. No posts by Crooks on social media or writing indicating anything have been found. He's been registered to vote since 2021, the month he turned 18, and he registered as a Republican. He had only voted once in the 2022 midterm elections. On January 2021, at the age of 17, though, he donated $15 to the Progressive Turnout Project, a liberal voter turnout group, through the Democratic Party donation platform, which is called Act Blue. His donation was made the same day President Joe Biden was sworn into office. According to the Progressive Turnout Project, he made the donation in response to an email about turning into the inauguration. He was unsubscribed from the group's mailing list 2022. So there's a lot of stuff that don't make sense and is very, Republican, liberal, Democrat. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. And what was he going to do with the bombs? After he got finished and got down off the roof, was he going to try to go into the, crowd and do something? To them, to himself, to somebody else? I mean, I don't know. Which he didn't make it. It's really strange. It's really strange. Will they find a manifesto? Is there one somewhere else? I think they got into his phone from what I read, and they didn't find anything. My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're going through his computer now. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. This is a very sad time for our country. It's very confusing. And nobody should ever have to go through this. The innocent people that was hurt, the innocent man and family, that he lost his life. They lost their husband, father, son, brother, uncle, friend. This is the United States of America. I don't care who you are, and again, I don't care what side you're on and what you believe. Nobody should ever have to be afraid to go to any concert, into a crowd, to sit on the porch like I'm sitting tonight, whether it's midnight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 a.m., broad daylight. We shouldn't be scared to go in a church, walk in the park. This is America, home of the free and the brave. Many people has died for us to have our freedom. They didn't get a choice. Many people has lost our lives for us. And this is the thanks that we give and how we repay. I don't know how we stop this, but it needs to be reevaluated.